Hi everyone, my name is Chantel. Just a recap, I am doing my placement at Oak Grove, which is a residential treatment facility, and we also have a wraparound program. I'm highlighting those two because I'm actually doing a practicum at my place of employment. So today I kind of want to discuss an ethical dilemma that I ran into last week and at clinical supervision. So I'll kind of discuss the difference between my two jobs, between my job and my placement, and then I'll kind of discuss the case I'm talking about. So for work, I work in wraparound, and wraparound is a community-based program, and we help stabilize children within their home, whether that be foster placement or with their biological parents in the process of reunification, or if their parents are just having a hard time with their child. A social worker refers the client to wraparound, so their behaviors have to be so intense that they need wraparound. They have to qualify. At my internship, I am working with the kids that live on residential, so they're actually living on the facility, and they receive therapy and treatment at the residential facility. So the ethical dilemma came in where a case was presented during clinical supervision. That was a case that I had in wraparound. So the background with this child is the child was referred to wraparound due to being sexually assaulted, and she is a foster youth in the process of reunifying with her father. Her father is a single father who works graveyards, and the kiddo was assaulted at night while her father was working. So in the process of wraparound, we worked with trying to find community supports for the kiddo. So if the kiddo didn't have nighttime supervision, who could supervise her? So Dad found somebody at his church who could supervise her. That supervision placement fell through because she jumped out a window and then tried to self-harm herself and ran away. Dad found somebody else, a neighbor, and we tried to convince the neighbor to try and be her nighttime supervisor, and she would not notify the neighbor, and it kind of worked for a while. So all of these things that we've tried worked for a while. Eventually wraparound closed because dependency within the court closed. So the court said, yes, Dad is capable of taking care of her. Her behaviors had decreased for like 3 months, so she wasn't running away, she wasn't self-harming. I think she had like 3 months clean of self-harm, so she was doing awesome. So we ended up closing her in wraparound. Fast forward 3 months, I'm doing my practicum in residential. She actually goes to school at the agency because they have a non-public school, and the therapist that was working with her through the school said that she was 5150 because she came back over the weekend reporting that she had been assaulted. Right, so this was brought up in clinical supervision. So ethically, I was like, can I discuss what I know about this kiddo? And is it acceptable for me to talk about what we've worked with her in RAP, what strategies we've had, what behaviors we've seen, what patterns have arose, who we've tried contacting, what were her supports, what interventions worked. Could I disclose this not only in this clinical meeting, but could I also give the information to her therapist to help the therapist with the process of working with the kiddo? Because obviously I don't want to see my kiddo have to go back to ETS, which is Emergency Treatment Services, for a 24 to 48 hour hold. So my question to the class would be, what would you do? What would you have done in this situation where it's one of the clients I've worked with in another program, and now her case is being represented in another program within the same agency? So again, this could be ethical, this could be utilizing field instruction, because I actually talked about it with Professor Sawyer since my field instructor was out on vacation for 2 weeks. So let me know what your thoughts are. Have a great day. Good luck, everyone.